Hello everybody, my name is Slav-in-a-tor-ski and welcome to my channel. For the people returning, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you watching my videos and subscribing and so on and so forth. If you are brand new, I hope that today is the day I can earn your subscription or like, because I plan on doing a lot more videos and showing off a lot more pistols for people to kind of see up close and see if they really want them or not. So without further ado, we're going to hop straight in here. As usual, you know what this is by the title of the video. We're getting into Turkey now. This is I would say a budget pistol option from Turkey. A lot of their pistol options are budget pistol options, but these ones are kind of cool, so I figured I'd show them off. Then they were on sale, so it's a really good deal, so why not try it? As you can see, this is the ST9. Comes in a nice plastic box. I like the ones that lock like that. Here's everything you get on the inside. Nothing there, nothing there. Alright. Everything comes with a lock. You get the SAR ST9. SAR ST9? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm probably butchering that. Their booklets they're really nice. You'll see they're full color, full diagram, the whole nine. Shows you how to use it. All the indicators. You probably are already noticing some interesting things about this pistol. How it comes apart, it's a big book, parts list. You also get, that sucker's really in there, isn't it? It's glued. It was glued. Looks like a punch pin and a sight adjustment tool. Cleaning brush. What is that? A cloth rod? I'm sure there's a technical name for it. Someone will let me know. You get a assortment of backstraps, and he comes with two 17-round magazines. These are all plastic or polymer. But let's get straight to the pistol. Tell me that's not just a pretty pistol. I think it's incredibly pretty. I think it's pretty because it's so big and ugly. If anyone's been around for a while, they know I like big, blocky guns. And with this one, you see it's coming in through Opelika, Alabama, I think that's how you pronounce that. But tell me that does not look like the cross between an HK and a Walther. I'll explain more about that in a minute. You have the European style paddle release. So let's go ahead and show you everything is clear. Nothing to worry about there. Alright, so your paddle release is ambidextrous. That is on both sides. Your slide catch, or slide release, is on both sides. Let's see if I can do this left-handed. I never practiced left-handed. There we go. And it's easy to get to. I have big burly hands, so that actually is a very natural feeling to just bring it straight down. I like that. You have an ambidextrous safety. S for safe, red is dead. It's not the fanciest safety in the world, but it works for a manual safety. You see here, disengages the trigger. You have 3-dot sights, so on the back here. Looks like these are adjustable for windage and elevation. That's pretty cool. Looks like you have a dovetailed front sight. Nice big white dot on there. Very big, very easy to see. You'll see in the back here, you have a charged round indicator. I know there's a more technical name for it, but that lets you know this thing's ready to fire. There's probably a round in the chamber. You have front and rear slide serrations on both sides. They're pretty deep, but they are not sharp. So if you want to do your press checks, you can. However you want to grab it. I prefer charge guns like that, but you can do a press check if you want to. However you want. Slide's not that hard to get a hold of. Alright, so you'll notice, just like other firearms that are like that, pull the trigger, that goes forward. Lets you know that it has been depressed on the trigger. You have your standard rail on the front here. Looks like you have 3 different spots. You do have some serrations on the front of the trigger guard. So if you're old school, I like to put a finger up there. You have nice, I don't know, it's kind of checkering, not really. It's more like serrations with other serrations added on. You'll see on the back here some nice ridges and things like that. I guess serrations be on the side. The side you have your bumps. They're kind of grippy, nothing too bad, nothing too much to get in the way of the hand. But this thing feels good in the hand. You'll see here how you have your kind of pushed out palm swell. That's where the other ones of these would come into place. Pop out that push pin down there. You put bigger ones or smaller ones on. I like the big ones on there. They contour my hand much better. You'll see they even put a little groove in here. Great spot for your thumb to rest. Same here. Your finger just kind of naturally goes right there. Now you notice this is kind of a mixture of several different pistols. I'm going to bring some out to kind of compare this to them. We'll do it that way, and I think you'll appreciate that. But let's talk about that trigger. All right. So here is where it breaks. A little spongy, a little bit of resistance, and then you hit a wall right there. And that's it. It takes very little pressure. So let's check the reset. Right there. So there's that much room between the reset and the wall. This is going to be very nice for follow-up shots. Do it one more time. Very nice. I am very happy with this pistol. So I think I went over all the features on the outside here. Next, what I'm going to do is what I said. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple other pistols I want to show as examples to kind of compare this to, so you can see why I'm saying this is kind of a mixture of other pistols. We'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so I lied. I didn't grab a bunch of guns. I just grabbed one because I wanted to compare it to. And I actually don't have any Walthers at the moment because I wanted to compare it to that too. But you'll see up here, so I grabbed my HK 45, which I need to actually do a review on that. You've seen the review of my HK USP 40. I'm sorry, this is a USP 45, not an HK 45. You've seen the one on my USP 40. I want to do one on the 45 as well. But what I wanted to point out is look at the similarities between the two of these. If you get real close, so let's see if I can do this to the camera. I'm going to do some fancy camera work and try not to drop it at the same time. Okay, so if you look at the, see, here I am breaking stuff. Alright, so if you look at the HK USP 45, notice the nice groove along there. Beveled edges, real sexy looking. You have the extended out trigger guard coming down. Nice ridges on the back. The beveling goes all the way to the back. Now, let's look at the SAR ST9. Notice the similarities in the ridges. You have the beveling, which is a little bit more contoured. You have some extra bevels on here. They added ridges to the front. You have a standard rail on the bottom instead of the proprietary rail from the USP 45. Somewhat forwarded out on the front here. The ridges, or I'm sorry, the serrations are a bit bigger on the front here. This is more in line with a Walther trigger guard release. But let me zoom back out. Out, not in. Center back in. I'm learning the camera stuff as I go. Alright, so again, take a look at the ridges and the ridges. You can see where they got their influence from there. Their slide is directly from an HK. Now I'm going to input a picture of a Walther right around here, probably a P99. So this is a Walther grip. I think Walthers have the most ergonomic grips out of any pistol in the industry. I honestly love Walther grips. There's other things I don't like about Walther, but their grips are amazing. And this is pretty much a carbon copy of Walther grips. You have the pushed out palm swell. You have the little bit less ridges on the side. But the thing that they changed, instead of how HK on the slide, this is where it's not a direct Walther slide or HK slide Walther frame. There's little subtle differences and such like that they use. Safeties are similar. HK safety is a little easier to get to and it looks prettier. But if you look on the back, HK is hammer fired on the USP. This is striker fired. That's a lot how a Walther P99's rear end looks, where you have the loaded round indicator or charge pistol for the dot there. Red means it's ready to fire. Keep your finger off that trigger, even though you should be anyways. But that looks like the rear end of a Walther. Whereas the rear end of an HK looks like that. It's interesting the differences, but I kind of wanted to point that out, that you actually have those differences here. I thought it was very, very interesting. But let me go ahead and clean off the shelf here, realign the camera, and we will be right back. Alright, so we're going to take the SAR ST9 and we're going to weigh it on this new Amazon scale I picked up. Regular old kitchen scale. Well, it weighs pounds and ounces, but this is good for pistols as well. Figured it'd be a good idea for people that want to carry the pistol to know just what the weight is in real time, not just what is on the website, which is where I look up all my information. So we're going to weigh it unloaded and loaded, and that way you kind of have an idea what you're looking at. So let's turn our scale on. Our super high-tech, super expensive scale. As you see, we're on pounds and ounces. We do have the SAR ST9, nothing in the chamber. Let's see how much it weighs by itself. 1 pound, 12.6 ounces. That's by itself. So we took one of the magazines and loaded it up with 17 rounds. Let's see how much it weighs with a loaded magazine. 2 pounds, 5.6 ounces. So that gives you an idea. 2 pounds, 5.6 ounces is what it's going to weigh if you want to carry this every day. So, not terrible. And just for giggles, let's just weigh a loaded magazine. 9 ounces exact. Nice. 9 ounces for a loaded magazine and 1.7 ounces for an unloaded magazine. So you definitely see where all that weight is. Alright, we're back again, and I figured this time we'll show you the disassembly on this. So again, make sure the magazine is out. No rounds in the firearm. Always do that before disassembling any firearm, because you don't want to end up on TV as the person that shot themselves in the leg or worse areas. Alright, so this disassembly is almost exactly like an HK USB. It's really cool. So now they've made this a little more average user friendly, I'd say. See these lines? You're going to want to line those lines up. Now if you look in this little slot here, notice how there's something inside there? Line those lines up. I like to grab by putting my hand here and just grab it to hold on. On the opposite side, you'll see there's a button. Well, it looks like a button, but it's actually the end of a cylinder, tube, rod. There we go, rod. All right, so you're gonna pull that, line those up, push that rod that's actually connected to this, see? You're gonna push out. Now this is brand new, so it's kind of tough. You're gonna push that all the way out. And yes, I have not fired this yet. I still have the quality control thing on there. And interesting, I guess in Turkey, that's how you say quality control. Kalite control. Interesting, huh? Anyways, back to this. You push that out, the whole slide catch and disassembly is all, slide catch and slide disassembly is all one thing. Put that off to the side. And then, notice that doesn't come off there. You have to pull the trigger. So it's a lot of firearms make you pull the trigger when they're striker fired in order to pull the slide off. This is no exception. It's the same thing. Be careful, be safe. As long as you make sure it's unloaded before you do this, you won't kill yourself. All right, pull the trigger, slides right off. Let's get a look at the guts in there. You can see everything that you need to or don't need to see. Put that off the side. Now this is something interesting. Here is the slide for the ST9. Before I go any further, I disassembled my HK as well. My HK USB 45, in case anyone needs to know. This is the slide catch and the slide release for the SAR 9. This is the one for the HK 45. Kind of similar, huh? Kind of cool. Very interesting. Now the similarities don't stop there, because that, you might be like, that wasn't that similar. Alright. Then I will try you on this. You have this SAR 9 upper assembly, slide, whatever you want to call it, and the HK USB. Now of course you're going to have some differences in here, because this is striker fired and this is hammer fired. But, notice the similarities? Let's take out the guide rod recoil spring. You have the USB on this one, and the SAR 9 on this one, minus dog hair. Sorry, I have a St. Bernard. See some similarities there. I'll be honest, the SAR 9 actually looks a little cleaner and nicer. Get those off to the side. Let's pull out the barrels. Now, minus the fact that this is a 45 and this is a 9mm. Those look pretty similar, don't they? Pretty cool. I don't know why I think this is really interesting to find out how much of an inspiration they took from HK. Or again, we'll look at the inners of these. The HK does feel a little heavier, but that's everything for the SAR. You can take out the striker in here if you wanted to. Would you just drop this plate down? So I want to do that. The striker's going to fly across the room, isn't it? But you can, if you pull this down, you can actually, see how it moves? You can actually pull the striker assembly out, the firing pin and all that. I don't like doing that because I have a tendency for the firing pin to shoot across the room, embed in the wall, my face, or just get lost. So I will save you from having to watch me scream like a little girl trying to pluck that out of me. But to put everything back together, you're just going to reverse the process. You're going to drop in the barrel, guide rod and recoil spring. This part goes in first on the front here. Slide it up, push that back, drop it in. After that, flip that over, drop it onto the slide rails. Pull it back. Nice and pretty. We're missing something, right? Drop that back in, make sure it's lined up. Looks good to me. Yep, good to go. There you have it. That's the takedown, disassembly of it, and field strip, however you want to call it. Pretty cool. If you're an HK fan or an avid HK fanboy like myself, you guys didn't hear that. I'm an FN and HK fanboy. I'm going to say FN first so they don't kill me in my sleep. But I love HK as well. And if you're an HK fan, I would say take a look into these. An HK USP and 9mm is going to run you, I don't know, $700 to $800. Nowadays with the poof prices, probably closer to $900 or $1,000. Even if you're trying to get them on local forums, they're still pretty expensive. You can find these for $300, FYI. The polymer doesn't feel quite as durable as an HK. I mean, HK, I think they dip their polymer in gold, and that's why they're so expensive. And then when you shoot it, it has little clouds of cocaine come out to make you addicted to them. That's my theory. That's my tin hat moment of the day for you. But if you enjoy HKs, if you enjoy Walthers, I highly suggest to take a look into the SAR ST series. And that's not the only ones that have inspiration from them. Several of SAR's guns, you can see inspirations on all different types of firearms. And I picked up a few of these different types so I could show them off and kind of clue everybody in. You don't just have to have Glocks or Berettas. You can take a look at some imports too and see maybe some other options if you want to protect your family and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg to do it. For the cost of that HK, you can buy 3 of these. So you, your wife, your husband, and your kids, well, your kid, can all have a firearm for the price of 1 HK. Will the quality hold up? It probably won't hold up quite as long as an HK, but I'm talking years, possibly decades there. And God knows how many rounds I put it through it. I haven't even shot this yet. I'm going to get out to the range, take this out, hopefully not blow my bank trying to shoot this thing because 9mm is ridiculously expensive. I don't want to go through 500 rounds. You're probably already cringing thinking of those prices right now. I'll probably put a couple magazines through it to really just get a feel for it. It's not even enough to break it in nowadays, but I just can't afford to shoot 500 rounds every time I go out anymore. 9mm prices are more expensive than 45s around here. But, alright, enough of me whining because we all have the same problem. I'll quit. But yeah, we'll give it a try. I have a feeling I'm going to like this. The reviews I have seen on these pistols, everybody seems to like them. They're very surprised by them. I think I will be too. Great budget pistol. If you need something to protect the family, truck gun, tackle box gun. If you have a big tackle box, that's one thing I almost forgot to mention. That's a big gun. Look at that. I have big hands. That's a big gun. For example, I have a tape measure here. It's 8 inches from front to back. Gives you an idea how long that thing is. Won't be the easiest thing to conceal. I mean, you can. I know there's people that conceal full-size FNX 45 tacticals. But, yeah. Just keep that in mind. It is a big gun. But I think it will be a great pistol. And I think militaries actually use these across the big pond. But yeah, enough rambling from me. That's all I have for today on this. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you like these? Do you not like them? Do you absolutely hate them? I know a lot of people hate guns from Turkey, but honestly, I was running out of firearms to review, so I'm like, all right, I'll break down and I'll buy some of these budget ones and really try them out. Plus, I think people should really take a look at these because I like them. I'm actually pretty cool with the whole feel of it, the size of it. Everybody knows that if you've been buying guns for a while, hand feel is important. When you get it in your hand, you just know if it's something you like or not. I liked that the minute I picked it up. But get to your shop. Try one out if you can. If you can't, check out online. They're still worth getting shipped in even with an expensive FFL. It's still cheaper. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you think I'm full of it? Do you like these too? Did I kind of turn you on to a new idea? Because I'm pretty happy with it so far. Like I said, I bought a few more. But not this model, but different models, so I want to go over them on the channel. But that's all I have for today. If you guys like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. I almost said smash, and I don't want to say the same thing everybody else says. Subscribe if you like it. We'll keep coming out with more of these videos. Any suggestions that you guys have, let me know, and I'll see if I can get that in there for you too. But that's it for today. Stay safe, keep your family safe, make sure you watch out for number one. But that's all I have, and I hope everyone out there has a great night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. It is after midnight here. I'm exhausted and on caffeine, so it's a weird mix. Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to not record these late at night, and then I still do, because that's me, I guess. I'm an idiot. Anyways, we will talk to you guys again next time. Have a great one.